You let these guys like the beam, and you're going to have to stand there and watch.
These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
Kings fans, you're still looking for tickets to any upcoming home game. Visit the ticket booth or our team's website for availability. At the shooting guard position, at 6'3", number 29, Jonathan Spencer.
Thursday night, the best night of the week for NBA basketball. Hi there, everyone. And coming down the home stretch of the regular season, Grant, have modern training methods helped players get through it in one piece, you think?
Without a question, BA. At the same time, it's a keeping up with the Joneses situation. If the guy you're guarding is in top form, that wears you down too.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. They've got Dillingham. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Edey. And it's Baldwin in at the 3. Love. Oh, a special move before that shot.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Now here's Towns. Here's Thunder. The three-pointer off the mark.
Number 47, first personal foul, first team foul.
Here's Spencer. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Now Love. Towns, left side. And here's Dillingham from the arc. They get it back. Back to Towns. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Giannis puts his touch on every aspect of the game. Big reach on display that time.
And it's Sacramento's ball. Pass to Dadje. Here's Spencer. Antetokounmpo outside. From outside, off the mark. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Towns. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Towns has gotten his second bucket on the night.
And he is a force in the paint. Towns is such a huge presence inside for them.
Here's Dadje. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Dillingham with the bucket.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Spencer. Now here's Antetokounmpo. This one for three. Drains the triple.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
Towns a screen on Love. The shot by Thunder, no good.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Memphis has gone 1 of 4 from deep. They set the screen. Here's Dillingham. And Ayton pulls it down.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Outside Love. And there's the drive. And he gets the bucket. Love's got 6.
And that's just Giannis making the right play, feeding the open man.
Here's Thunder. And the double clutch jam. Wows the crowd.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Here's Spencer. No points yet. 4-3. The rebound by Edey.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
They set a pick. Here's Thunder. And the three-pointer goes. 5 points in the game.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Dadier. His last outing, he had 18 points. Spencer. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. And here's Dillingham from the arc. And another 3 for Memphis.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Kings trail by 4. Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Love. Towns against Antetokounmpo. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Shoots from the line. Got a piece of it. Down low. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Excellent timing by Ayton on the alley-oop pass. He's perfectly positioned to throw it down.
Pass to Thunder. Here's Baldwin. Here's Thunder. Covered by Love. Towns for 3. That shot off. For Sacramento, they've got 6 of 10 attempts to fall.
Well, that's already his second foul.
And Davis has got the ball here for the Sacramento Kings. They trail by 1. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Grizzlies. That one was in Memphis.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
Yeah, those opposing crowds can put you off balance at the stripe, but you got to block out the noise and make those free throws.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Davis. And it's Perkins in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Dillingham, no good. And the Kings' shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. Here's Antetokounmpo. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Here's Thunder. Drives to the hoop. And that one is stuffed right through.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
Here's Perkins. After the basket by Memphis. No good with a layup. Grizzlies lead by 3. Here's Edey. Still without a bucket. Pass to Dillingham. Fires the 3. Sinks the tray.
He's already got 9 points from three-point range. They need to pay attention to him wherever he is.
Second quarter of basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. Here's Perkins. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out brings it.
Here's Edey. Antetokounmpo with the block. Outside Davis. Pass to Antetokounmpo. From outside the arc. Baldwin with a rebound.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Here's Dillingham. No good. He's missed 5 of his 8 attempts.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of a slump.
That one drops for him. Towns has got 6. Kings trail by 6. Antetokounmpo with it. He's got 5. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Just 5 to shoot. And that one's good. Coulibaly. He's got 7.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Time called here. The Grizzlies decide to talk it over. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at the Grizzlies, they're still the top team in this league, sitting at number 1.
When I look at Memphis, they've fulfilled expectations plus some. They're flying high down the stretch, looking nearly invincible. And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
And here is Antetokounmpo. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Timberwolves was a man on a mission. He came away with 34 points, and his passing was huge in that game, finding ways to involve his teammates. And really, it's a game that will stand out when you look at his career, considering how absurd some of those numbers are. Guys?
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
And so it's Memphis with it. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. And he's all alone. Here's Spencer. And he lays it in on the break. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Kings.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
They've also done a good job defensively so far tonight, just making it tough all around on shooters, and it shows in their block numbers.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
11 feet out. It's good. Now it's a 3-point Kings lead.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Here's Towns. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's easy money for Towns from 15 to 18 feet.
Pass to Dadye. Here's Spencer for 3. Memphis with a rebound. Dillingham's got 4 rebounds now. Towns with the ball. Antetokounmpo covering. Towns can't get it to go.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Here's Spencer. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight for the finish. And he caps off the break with a monster slam. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Coulibaly on the wing. Back to Antetokounmpo. Lets it go from deep. Baldwin with a rebound. The Grizzlies have gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Thunder with the bucket.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Love is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Kings trail by 3. Now here's Love. He's got 11.
Well, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that second foul.
The Kings making a switch here. Davis is checked in. And Memphis also making a switch. Koloko, he's checked in for Towns. Memphis on D. Pass to Love. Right side Davis. 4 on the clock. The 3. And Love with the basket on the assist by Davis. Love's got 14.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him. Well, this could be one of those nights where there's just nothing you can do to slow him down.
Pass to Davis. Outside Love. Oh, here's Love with the jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Richards. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Outside Love. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest.
Here's Green. Here's Buffkin. No good from outside. Sacramento has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Pass to Dadier. On the wing, Davis. And here's Robinson. Here's Spencer. And another Sacramento 3.
He's finally started to settle down here in the second quarter. Just needed to work up a sweat.
Robinson with the block. And he recovers it. And here's the schedule for the Memphis Grizzlies. On Friday, they'll take on Ben Simmons and the Houston Rockets. Then on Monday, they'll head home to take on the Los Angeles Clippers.
And looking at the Boston matchup, that's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there.
And Sacramento with some changes. DeAndre Ayton comes in for Robinson, and Antetokounmpo is subbed in for Davis. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Love. Here's Dadier, launches a 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
There's the drive. Thunder. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
A minute 22 left to play in the second quarter. Ayton with a screen. To the inside. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on Nick Richards.
Yeah, so strong. Ayton. And one. Ugh.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Green, the pass to Thunder. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Thunder's got 18 points in the game.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. There's 47 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Knocks down the triple.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Over to the left wing. Antetokounmpo outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Here's Thunder, covered by Love.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to be on Nick Richards. Sacramento shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. The first one falls. Good on both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Here's Thunder. Gets it off. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Sacramento on top. They're up by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Fans, please.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up? And some good races going on in the conference. Who do you think would win a race between the 3 of us?
I might have to put my money on you, Ernie. The Jet is more like a city bus these days.
So let's move on now to this Grizzlies game, which has turned out to be a tight one.
Facing good shooters, you have to extend your defense early in the clock. Let those guys drain a few and get into rhythm. You're toast.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Oh, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
On the court for Memphis, Edey out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Dillingham, and it's Thunder in at the point. The Kings lead by 3. Pass to Love. Blocked! And it's out of bounds to Sacramento. All right, let's take a look at the highest scoring teams over the past month in the NBA. Number 1, the Grizzlies. Number 5, Sacramento.
These have been 2 of the top offenses in the league as of late. Their confident shooting has been creating some really impressive point totals.
Here's Dadier. Off the mark there with a 3.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Out left to the wing. Pass to Dillingham. And there's the screen. 5 on the clock. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Kings. It's a 3-point game. Right side Love. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Thunder. Over to the wing. Memphis needs to get off a shot. The shot's good. Towns has got 10 points in the game.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Pass to Dadier. Here's Spencer. Antetokounmpo for 3. And another miss by Sacramento.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. For Memphis, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Pass to Thunder. Towns, a screen on Love. The shot by Thunder, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Antetokounmpo outside. Left side Love. To get back on track. Grizzlies with the rebound.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
For the lead, and there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. Memphis shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game. Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. And that one drops, so now they lead by 1. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Spencer. Ayton with it. Shot clock at 6. Ayton, a screen on Towns. Charity stripe shot. Good. He hits the jumper. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the mid-range is not a go-to for Giannis, but he's always looking to expand his game.
Pass to Thunder. From behind the arc. Rebound by the Kings. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Sacramento has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists now in this one. Now Towns. To the middle. Here's Edey. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Edey's got his first points of the game.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Here's Spencer. He's got 11. Outside Love. Oh, here's Love with the jam.
And you have...
Substituting on the court.
One minute left in the third quarter. Outside Davis. Pass to Perkins. Back to Davis. Beyond the arc. Drops in the 3. Davis has got his 2nd basket on the night.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
There's a screen. Here's Thunder. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game, 1st here in this second half.
Outside Davis. Pass to Perkins. Going inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Antetokounmpo has got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Keita. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Outside Davis. Puts it up. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. We've got Bilal Coulibaly, Davis out there with Mitchell Robinson, and it's Dajeh in at the power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And it's Coulibaly missing. Grizzlies trail by 5. It's picked off. Now the Kings in transition. Pass to Dadier. Outside Koulibaly. Three-pointer. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Thunder. Rebound by Sacramento. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the paint. Here's Spencer. Queta pulls it in. Pass to Edey. Here's Thunder. Here's Bufkin. Lays it up and banks it in.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
The Kings lead by 3. And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Towns, he's checked in for Memphis. Dillingham comes in for Bufkin. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Brian Keefe was saying to the team. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort, and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Pass to Edey. Here's Baldwin. And here's Dillingham from the arc. And it's Koulibaly with a rebound. Koulibaly's got his 5th rebound in this one. The ball's knocked loose. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Dillingham with the bucket.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Now here's Robinson. Outside Davis. Shot clock at 5. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. Koulibaly offline with a 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Thunder. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, he might have been a little passive in the first half, but that's changed. I like this more aggressive approach.
They've definitely made free throws look easy here in the second half.
Ayton, he's checked in for the Kings. Sacramento has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter. Here's Spencer. Jacks up with 3. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got rebound number 8 now.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Pass to Ayton. Outside Davis. There's a screen. Puts up a 3. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Here's Thunder to take the lead. Nails it from 3. Thunder's got 12 points in just the second half. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
To the inside. Ball stolen. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Well, another major factor in the offense. Offensive performance was the fast break, converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Sacramento. Love comes in for Spencer. Outside Koulibaly. Will it go? Deflected! Out to the right wing. Here's Dillingham. Three-pointer. The shot by Thunder, no good.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Now here's Love. He's covered closely. Antetokounmpo inside. Covered by Towns.
The fall away, upping the degree of difficulty. You wonder if perhaps they could have gotten a better look.
And down it goes. 2 points.
He gets inside right when he sees the opening. Got to attack when you have that chance.
Pass to Dadier. Antetokounmpo outside. What a make! Giannis for three!
Well, it's only his second three of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
And out of bounds. Sacramento will have it. Spencer's checked in for Coulibaly.
In for your Kings, number 29, Jonathan Spencer.
Kings trail by 3. Now Love. Ayton in the high post. Out to the wing. Launches it. Dadier, shot is off. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. To the right side. There's a screen. There's Dillingham. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
They're doing great work at the free throw line this half. That bodes well for their chances to close out this game.
Good on the second one.
Did enough to make it a 2-possession game. Every point counts, especially down the stretch.
Antetokounmpo outside. Here's Spencer. Pass to Dadier. Fires from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
The Kings trailing. Here's Spencer. Out to the right wing. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Pass to Ayton. Here's Spencer. Covered by Towns. Spencer, no good. The Grizzlies have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter.
For a big, Towns is an effective free throw shooter. You really can't give him too many looks from the line.
And the first one at the line is good.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Both good from the line that time.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Here's Spencer. Sinks the 15-footer.
Stepping up in the big moment. I mean, an incredible job of finding his shot.
Nice job taking the initiative. Coaches will encourage you to take that if you have a good look.
To the left side wing. Pass to Baldwin. Here's Thunder. Covered by Love. Here's Baldwin. To the wing on the left. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Love grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo up top to take the lead. That one a little long. Memphis leading. Here's Thunder. Oh! Wow! And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. Love passes to Ayton. Good work defensively by Towns.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Pass to Dillingham. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Dillingham's got 5 points now in the quarter. Kings trail by 5. 1:51 left in the fourth.
Man, the defender really went after him.
He drops the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And Love drops them both.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Here's Towns. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton. And that one falls for Towns.
And there's the cherry on top. Excellent trip up the floor to build out this lead.
Pass to Spencer. Minute 35 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Dadier. There's the three. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Here's Spencer. Pass to Love. Fires the three. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Takes it inside.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Grizzlies.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And with another win in the bag, they've racked up 46 total on the year.
And with this victory, they have an edge in the season series at 2-1, with one more game to follow against this team.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Thunder.
You look forward to playing with someone who doesn't just move the ball, but moves it with a purpose. Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And it's Love missing. In transition, here they come. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. The shot by Towns, no good. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. They trail by 11 to the left wing. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so